We'll call this regular city council meeting to order on July 21st, 2025 at 6:05 PM. Roll call, please.
Mr. Anderson?
Present.
Mr. Bateman?
Present.
Mr. Sanders?
Present.
Mrs. McCollum?
Present.
Mr. Parrott?
Present.
Mr. Downs?
Present.
Mr. Clemens?
Present.
Mrs. O'Donoghue?
Present.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. It's okay. Okay, first up is public participation. Is there anybody who'd like to speak under public participation this evening? Okay, for the record, there is no public participation. I'm going to, before we do the consent agenda, I am going to move up item 9C to the top of the list. Mr. McCoy has another engagement that he needs to get to, so we're going to move him up to accelerate it. So we'll start with item 9C, approval of the City of Lincoln, Illinois Tourism Department logo.
Thank you, Mayor.
We have to have a motion.
Okay.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Downs
Second.
made the motion. Alderman Parrott, second. Now, Mr. McCoy, the floor is yours.
Sorry. Thank you. And good evening, all. On your desk in front of you is another printout with some alterations of the logo with feedback. We had a lot of good feedback. A lot of it was very positive. Some of it was negative. You know, everybody has an opinion, and that's great. We wanted the community involvement and your involvement. So that's it's a good thing. In the long run, it's a good thing. So the biggest question that anybody had was with the Lincoln figure itself. A lot of people just thought it maybe shouldn't be quite so quote unquote cartoonish and be more realistic, I guess, for lack of a better term. So we created new artwork and created this new style of a logo. There's slight variations, and of course you asked for some color options, so we gave you those as well. This is a little bit more of a, it's not generic by any means, but it's a little more standard for a logo for the office. It does, the difficult part here is if you, with Lincoln, you don't want to exclude him because the town is named after Lincoln and it's Lincoln. So somehow he probably needs to be in there one way or the other. And then, of course, Route 66, since that's going to be your primary draw for tourism. So including those two in the logo and making it work is always a difficult task. So that's where we started with the first version of it, where it was around the 66 shield, and then we popped Lincoln kind of on the front of it there from other marketing materials that we're working on. So here we came back and made them less prominent. It's a little more realistic as far as a drawing goes. And then of course you can see the different kind of color options and so forth there. So any questions?
Questions for Mr. McCoy? Mr. Parrott?
Yeah, I sent Scott an email, and I asked, I go, is the draw going to be to Lincoln 66, or is it going to be more Lincoln? And obviously, it's going to be Route 66. And so, I do like the change. And my preference is that one right there, because it looks also kind of like a watermelon seeds going around it on the outside of the emblem. So, I like that one.
Just for the record, he's pointing to this bottom center one with the red kind of around the inside of it on the outside area. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Sanders?
Yeah, I like that one too. I also like the green one, but
So overall, though, is everybody okay with the design itself? The colors, I think it's been set up this way so that the colors can be modified based on the marketing materials, correct?
That's correct. Some will have more color, fewer color. Some will be line art only and have no color. But if you like that style, then we can, work around those colors and not add anything else.
Mr. Downs?
So I just had one person reach out to me over this logo thing here, and the only recommendation was they were not sure if he should have a beard. So I'm not saying, You have to. I mean, I just need to pass that information along.
Yeah.
Is all I'm trying to say.
We got that as well, and the hat. So in sitting at this and looking at it, I decided, well, we'll keep the beard but lose the hat. And the reason is you can't see much of the hat in this style, in this area. The beard does make it Lincoln. When we removed it, it looked like the mayor. I mean, it looked like any one of you guys. So it was really not defined. And so so we did kind of one and the other, and
understand.
everybody loved the one with the mayor, but
I
he said no.
You're trying to run a successful marketing program, right?
But yes, we did have that feedback, as well as there were some that were actually upset that the quote unquote cartoonish, we're doing something that wasn't that cartoon because they really liked that. So everybody's got a view, and that's fine. But this was a compromise with no hat and a beard.
Mr. Bateman?
I got the same thing, but as I stated last week, the world knows him with a beard and a top hat. And for those of us that participated in the most Abraham Lincolns we look like or whatever a few years ago, what was the criteria? A beard, no mustache. So, even the Guinness Book of World Records recognized it as a beard, no mustache. So I know he's who named the town and stuff, but if you ask the people around the world to close their eyes and picture Abraham Lincoln, this is what they're seeing. So I think we need to draw people from afar.
Okay. Any other comments or questions for Mr. McCoy? Okay. If there's not, thank you for your time, Mr. McCoy.
Thank you.
And I will ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Wait, we're
There was-
approving this here.
The item just says approval of the logo. It doesn't specify which one. So, no amendment required. The attorney can weigh in if he'd like.
No amendment required, but it'd probably be relevant to know which one of these you're voting on, right?
Well, I think
Just the overall
it's the overall
All
design.
Right.
Yes.
That's correct. The top one is the design element itself. The rest of them are just variations, primarily in color.
All right.
Okay. For clarification, for those people that may follow us years from now that wonder how we got to this logo, can someone make
Make a motion.
amended motion to accept the logo that's been presented this evening?
I'll make that motion to vote on the logo that is presented tonight.
Second.
Mr. Bateman made the amended motion. Mr. Clemens? Mr. Clemens, second. Further discussion on the amended motion. Okay, roll call on the amended motion, please.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Ms. McCollum?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Okay, and now roll call on item 9C as amended, please.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Twice.
Ms. McCollum? Sorry.
Yes and yes.
Thank you for your work on this, Mr. McCoy. Appreciate you taking the community feedback into consideration. Okay, next item, we'll come back up to the consent agenda. This evening, it consists of payment of bills.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderwoman O'Donohue made the motion. Alderman Downs, second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCollum?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Next item is item 6A, ordinance implementing a municipal grocery retailer's occupation tax and a municipal grocery service occupation tax for the city of Lincoln, Illinois.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderman Sanders made the motion. Alderman Downs, second. Discussion? Mr. Bateman.
For clarification, this is not a increase of any kind. It is simply the exact same tax that people have been paying, Mr. Sanders thinks, since the Nixon era. So I just want to clarify, the city isn't getting ready to vote on any brand new tax. It's just the way it's collected.
Mr. Parrott?
I heard it was from 1990. So, but at either rate, it's 35 years in that we've been paying. So,
Any other, any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
No.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
yes.
Next item is 6B, ordinance appropriating funds for all corporate purposes for fiscal year 2025, 2026.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Alderwoman O'Donahue made the motion. Alderwoman McClellan second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCullen?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
My consistent no.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Okay, next item is item number 7, approval of request for bids for the 2025 MFT scarification oil and chip contract.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderman Sanders made the motion. Alderman Downs second. Discussion? Mr. Bateman?
So after my statement last week, I put a questionnaire out there on my Alderman page, and I actually did a Survey Monkey. I would really like for us to start looking into more scarification and much less, down to nearly zero if we can, of the oil and chip. This was by far the suggestion from the citizens. I clarified several times during that post that this would mean that less streets would be repaired annually, but they would be repaired better. I had people reach out to me and explain the difference between scarification and oil and chip, explaining to them that if it was anything like Campus View Drive was, they go in and they actually grind up the old oil and chip base, regrade it, make it smooth with a crown in it, and then seal it on top of that. The big difference is we're not putting lipstick on a pig. The potholes are fixed, the divots are fixed, the ruts are fixed because they grind it all up, re-level it, work it down, pack it down. Several layers of oil and rock is put on top of it then. It's a far superior product than just going through and running the street sweeper down the road, making a couple minor changes, and then putting the same coating over the same crappy road. So I'm hoping we can start working on that. It seems to be that's what the citizens want, instead of spending money just to cover the same old street. So everybody understands it's going to take much longer to get the streets done, but the feedback was also, it was ridiculous that we ground up out by Walmart on a street that was probably one of the better streets in town to put down another layer of asphalt. And people reached out to me that live on Elm Street that got brand new asphalt. There's hardly any homes out there, and they know for a fact that their road will be nice for decades to come. So it was just a matter of quality versus quantity. And I think we can either form a committee or something and start the process of trying to look at a different way to repair our streets so that they are nicer streets when we get done and they will last longer.
Mr. Landers?
Yes. When you look at the list of roads, there's A1 and A2. A1 is the oil and chip. A2 is where they scarify the road. The reason the A1s are A1s is because they're not in that bad a shape. We can spray patch them, take the bumps out the best we can, and then resurface it and not have to spend the extra money to scarify those streets and get it sealed up. Some cost comparisons that I have, for a mill and overlay, which is basically what we're doing on the streets now, the work that's going on, is that it's about $76 per linear foot. So I just based it on 350 feet. So if you do 350 feet of streets, it's $26,000 for that. And that's not including additional fees or additional costs for sidewalks, utility adjustments, and things like that. A2 is about $12,600 for that same 350 feet. And the A1 is $5,600. And again, the A2s, the scarification streets are that way because they need to be ground up. They're in bad enough shape that we can't patch and seal over the top of it. And that's why they're that way. And then you can get the life out of those streets with a decent driving surface. So as far as the streets that got milled up out by Walmart, if anybody needs or has questions about that, please have them contact me, because I can explain exactly why we did it. So if there's questions, council members have questions why they were done, or if there's citizens, please direct them to me and I'll talk to them about it and explain why they were.
Mr. Bateman and then Mr. Anderson.
So I know why they were. It was a choice from the engineers and stuff on trying to take a heavily traveled road and before it got any worse, make it brand new again. But then again, it's the same amount of traffic as they were before. So if that's the case, within 10 years, they're going to need milled up again. But Mr. Landers answered my question. Scarification is half the price of mill and overlay. I never once said I wanted every street in town milled and overlaid. I wanted a better process than tar and chip. So if we can do scarification on most of these streets that we're tarring and chipping, then they would last a lot longer. It would make the citizens happy because all the lumps are taken out of, the road is made true again, the drainage is correct. Anybody that drove through Lincoln this weekend knows that we have serious drainage problems in this town. Not only is the drains plugged with debris, but the water just doesn't flow. Third Friday was a perfect example. Once we let the water out of the pools, the water flowed in a different direction than toward the drain and made a lot of people mad. But I'm just asking that we look at scarification over tar and chip and try to do more scarified streets than just tar and chipping.
Mr. Anderson.
Walt, I appreciate the information you gave on the cost between each one of those. Would you share those numbers one more time again, please?
So I'll just give you the per foot cost.
Yes, that's fine.
Per linear foot, an HMA, which is the mill and overlay, milling 1.5 inches and applying 2 inches back on top of it is $76 a square foot, or I'm sorry, a linear foot. The A2, which is the scarification that Mr. Bateman's talking about, is $36 per foot, linear foot. To explain the scarification process a little better, they till the road up, and like Mr. Bateman said, they regrade it, they roll it, pack it, get it lined up. They put a coat of primer on it. Then they put a coat of oil and chip with a larger aggregate, and then they put a surface aggregate, oil and chip with a smaller aggregate. That's that process. A1 is just basically the oil and then the one layer of rock chip. So that just gives you a better idea of what those processes are.
What was the cost on that one?
The A1 is $16 a line foot. A2 is $36 a line foot.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Walt? Okay, so I'm going to share my feedback on this because I've done this research before, a couple of years ago, as a matter of fact. Just to be clear, I don't disagree with Mr. Bateman that we need to have nice roads. But I think we need to understand exactly how far our limited budget goes for roads. A couple years ago, with $1 million budget, I think we were able to do what, Walt, about 3 miles of road?
It was somewhere
think we-
close to that, yes.
And we have 190 miles of road in town,
There's
approximately.
a 170 center line miles,
Okay.
which center line is basically just the length of the road. That's not included multiple lane roads and the extra wide roads. That's just going down the center line of the road. There's about 170 miles.
Yeah. So the point is that we're currently at a situation where it takes us decades to get a road addressed already. And if we want to keep up with the current pace of providing roads, then we have to find more money. Otherwise, what's going to happen is a process that was going to take 30 years to touch every road in town will now take 40 to 50 years. Some of us will be gone by the time our roads are addressed. And so there are ways to go around this. I think Mr. Bateman's suggestion is great. Let's put a group together, do some analysis on it, and see where we come up with. But at the end of the day, higher quality means less roads. Less roads takes more time. People will get frustrated. I actually just saw a comment online today from an individual that was extremely excited that their road was getting asphalted. Well, there will be fewer and fewer excited people if we go down that road. No pun intended. So, yeah. So I'm just saying, let's think about this before we totally abandon oil and chip. I know it's not a long-term permanent solution, and contrary to what somebody shared online this week, I've, to the best of my knowledge, never advocated for every road in town being oil and chipped. I don't even know where that came from. Is oil and chip not rock?
I was on that thread. They said that you told them that every road should be rock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was, and I agree.
Again.
We have to do, I'm just asking for something to be put together as an exploratory thing. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think it hurts to look outside the box once in a while.
I don't disagree with you. Okay. We'll put some people together. Okay. Anything else on item 7? Mr. Landers.
Yes, I would really encourage any alderman or a citizen, anybody that wants to talk about this. I'll sit down with anybody and explain, and not persuade, just to explain the processes and how we go about choosing these roads. You know, there's a lot of people that think they know a lot about this that they don't. And if we can sit down and discuss the whole process, you know, and I can explain the other things that they don't understand, and then maybe the people could have a better understanding. So,
Okay. All right. If there's nothing else, roll call, please.
Mr. Downs?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue? Yes. Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Bateman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mrs. McCollum?
Yes.
Mr. Parrott?
Yes.
Okay, next item up is item 8A, City Treasurer's Report for June 2025. Treasurer Conzo.
Thank you, Mayor. I think you've all received copies of the report. You'll notice we're in a little bit better position than we were a month ago with the general fund, which we like to see, and that is improved substantially. Keep in mind, though, that does include a one-time payment, which is described on the second page of the report, which is with the state receipts and reimbursements and grants. You see there's a police department hiring retention grant that the chief spoke about some time back, a couple of meetings back, and we did receive that, and that's $152,175, all of which would be paid out in the form of grants for retaining police officers. So, but overall, even aside from that, we are in a better position than we were a month ago, although not quite as good as we were last year at this time. So we need to try to build up the balance in that fund. I won't go into great detail on it. I think it speaks for itself. There's you see the pension funds there too. You have noticed with the improvements in the stock market in the last couple of months, we're starting to see that reflected here. I don't yet have the consolidated Fireman's Pension Fund yet. The final report, which we get from that fund, should have it very soon because it will be for the month ending in June. Do have it for the Police Pension Fund, and you can see there that improved considerably over what it was a year ago at the end of June. The attachments that you see there, you're used to seeing how these go up and down. We have seen the reason that you see a greater balance in the general fund is year to date, calendar year to date, as these reports are set up, we have seen increases in the state income tax. The month that just ended, it was down a little bit from what it was a year ago, but it was up considerably in April, which more than offset that. And I think a lot of that has to do with when people file their tax returns and thus when they pay their taxes. Municipal sales tax, use tax, just about month to month, March liability month with last year's month of liability the same. We're up a little bit year to date by about $39,757. And similar things with the non-home rule sales tax. We did have considerable increase in it last month. Year to date, we're up $28,140 for those 3 months. And motor fuel tax, it just went up again. We're not seeing a great increase in the proceeds from it. I've said this before here, President Reagan said if you want more of something, tax it less. Well, state did not get the memo, I guess, and so that keeps going up every year, which I think is probably excessive. We are up year to date about $10,810 there, and then finally you see the video gaming tax, slight increase there year to date, $2,406 over where we were a year ago. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to take those.
Mr. Bateman?
A while back, we voted to give the part of the proceeds to the cannabis tax to the DARE organization. I've had a lot of great comments about our DARE organization and people telling me that their children are involved in the things that Mrs. Frugé does. Obviously, the state of Illinois saw to it because she just won the award for Outstanding DARE Officer. Can you explain or just add another one of your many numbers in your over-exceeded numbers you give us? What did she receive last month from her portion of the cannabis tax?
I don't have that in front of me. Yeah, it was a little over 700, and it has been consistently that, but I don't have the exact number for you. If you're talking about, we take part of that and put it in the Fireman's Pension Fund, part of it in the Police Pension Fund, and then part of what remains in the general fund we've put into the DARE program. And the city clerk is correct, it's run right. It, depending on how much we get in any given month, runs right around $650 to $750.
Did she get anything from the city monthly before we voted for
No,
that?
no.
So it's a significant bump in our DARE
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
congratulations to everybody that voted for that. That's money well spent.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Conzo?
No, that's all I have unless there's
Okay.
any other questions.
Okay, thank you. Next up is item 8B, City Clerk's Report for June 2025. Ms. Bateman?
In the month of June, we received $251,214.11 for sewer receipts, which $26,711.48 came from both prisons. That's it.
Okay, questions for Ms. Bateman? Okay, thank you. Next is 8C, Department Head Reports for June 2025. Those are either already on the city website or will be shortly. Okay, next item is 9A, Approval of M&R Reconciliation for fiscal year 2024-2025 for the wastewater treatment plant from the Sewer O&M Fund in an amount not to exceed $6,984.52.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderman Sanders made the motion, Alderwoman McClellan second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. McClellan,
Yes.
Mr. Parrott,
Yes.
Mr. Downs,
Yes.
Mr. Clemens,
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Bateman,
Yes.
Mr. Sanders.
Yes.
Next item is 9B, approval of RAS FBD replacement for the operation of the wastewater treatment plant from the sewer O&M fund in an amount not to exceed $55,100.
Motion. Second.
Alderwoman O'Donohue made the motion. Alderman Downs second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Downs,
Yes.
Mr. Clemens,
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Bateman,
Yes.
Mr. Sanders,
Yes.
Mrs. McClellan,
Yes.
Mr. Parrott.
Yes.
Next up is item 9D, approval of donation agreement between John and Darlene Rue and the city of Lincoln for the donation of John Rue's Route 66 model train exhibit.
Move to approve.
Second.
Alderman Sanders made the motion. Alderman Parrott second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Parrott,
Yes.
Mr. Downs,
Yes.
Mr. Clemens,
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Bateman,
Yes.
Mr. Sanders,
Yes.
Mrs. McClellan.
Yes.
Next is 9E, approval of master service agreement for a compensation study between MGT Impact Solutions LLC and the city of Lincoln in an amount not to exceed $11,470.
So moved.
Second.
Alderman Parrott made the motion. Alderwoman McClellan second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. McClellan,
Yes.
Mr. Parrott,
Yes.
Mr. Downs,
Yes.
Mr. Clemens,
Yes.
Mrs. O'Donahue,
Yes.
Mr. Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Bateman,
Yes.
Mr. Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, that brings us down to announcements. I would just like to thank the Third Friday Committee for all of their work this season. This past Friday was our last Third Friday. Really great turnout. It looked like everybody had fun. It just went off well, and can't say enough good things about it. So thank you to the committee. It's a lot of hard work to do that. Even outside of the event, we meet monthly. There's a lot of work. Miss Bateman especially does a lot for us, and the committee, those members are down there from like 4 o'clock all the way until 10 or so, 11 o'clock, and so it makes for a long day, but well worth it. So I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Okay, that's all I have. Any other announcements, Mr. Bateman?
So next week, I'm going to put on the cow for consideration a possible modification to the street closure for the downtown portion of the Balloons Over 66 Festival. This festival is getting extremely popular. Again, the fourth year coming out of COVID. We have people that would like to be involved, but we just don't have the street space to put them. Churches and other things, and I will bring forth try to do the best I can to bring forth a map showing where everything is going, because there's a lot of suggestions that are being tossed out there on things we could do differently, but logistically, I don't know how we could change it. Those of you that are on the Third Friday Committee understand part of that with the electrical requirements and such. We have people that need certain kinds of electricity and people that need water and stuff. But the art fair is actually grown quite a bit this year, to the point where they have used up all the space that was given them, and they have asked that they would like to not shut off registrations. If we can get a little extra street space, they would like to still add other art vendors. And there's just a couple other things that according to our committee, would be very beneficial to the crowds that's going to come down. And I just want to explain again that this is different from back in the past. Each group has their own committee, and we talk constantly, and then once a month, representatives from each group meet and discuss it as a festival as a whole. Even Chief Meister has attended one of those meetings, so we can try to work on traffic and crowd control and stuff to make sure everything goes smoothly. So I hope you guys are open to our suggestion next week, and I will try to make it as detailed as I possibly can, because we're coming up on 30 days, and I think it's going to be one of the biggest festivals ever this year.
Any other announcements this evening? There are no other announcements. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Alderman Downs made the motion. Alderman Clemmons second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. This meeting is adjourned at 6:41 p.m.